Hey guys, we're actually getting ready to record. How is everybody? How y'all doing? She's getting herself together. See what I'm saying? Outtake. How's everybody been? I've actually been a little bit under the weather. Well, actually a lot of been under the weather. I had the flu. Can you believe it? So my voice is still a little bit, still trying to overcome. Check this out. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm doing right here, right? We're excited. We're excited because actually since our last video, my son, her brother, has come to town. Hey, Gavin!
Hey!
Yeah, Gavin is here. But we're getting ready to record, so you guys, you stay tuned because we're coming at you with Mommy and
Me. Hi guys, this is Shania
and Shawana of Mommy and
Me, promoting a healthy, open parent-child communication relationship, encouraging hard talks to find balance in a safe place at home that will last a lifetime for generations to come.
How is everybody? How have you guys been doing? I hope you have been enjoying the episodes that we've done thus far. Thank you for continuing to subscribe and share, and all the comments and questions have been coming in. So let's see what she has for me today in the lovely bucket.
So before we get to the bucket,
Uh-oh.
I have a confession. Let's have a confessional.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Before the bucket.
Before the bucket.
Before the bucket, I got a confessional.
Okay. Oh, man. Okay.
She's so nervous. She don't know what's going to happen.
No.
That's funny. No. So, don't cry. Why are you about to cry?
I'm not going to cry.
You're about to
Okay.
cry. You don't even know what I'm about to say.
Okay.
No. The confessional is that sometimes you're too opinionated and you be talking too much.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then I get lost in La La Land while you talking, and then I don't be into it.
Okay. All right. So I guess she checking Mommy. All right. Fine.
All right, let's have a conversation.
Come on. Go for it.
Okay, bucket.
Wow. This is what's happening right now.
She
You
got
guys see that?
scared. Look, her eyes are tearing up. She got scared.
No. Frackanackle.
What did you
Okay.
think I was gonna say?
I have no idea.
You
You
thought I
guys.
was like, oh, let's use this episode to tell you that
I'm glad the camera's at a high level because she did show her tummy. All right, what's in the bucket? Do I get to pick? All right, what we got, guys? Let's see. What's today? Okay, here we are. Boundaries.
So I have some notes about the boundaries.
Okay, what's up with boundaries?
What are boundaries, Mom? What do you think boundaries are?
It's actually, I believe, it's a healthy place. It is in some cases a safe place. Boundaries are definitely very important as it relates to Mommy and me. I know that you are now older, so it is definitely different than when you were younger because she was a pretty good kid. So as a youth, she didn't have what some kids may have as certain boundaries because I kind of kept her close to the vest. I kind of kept her close to home. So it was certain things that she really wanted to do. We really didn't have a reason to not let her do it because she was pretty good. I was, yes, definitely one of those moms who kind of kept her at home with me. So her friends were more so over with us versus her being out, except for a couple of folks that was possibly we were close enough with as far as our church family. But as adults, matter of fact, in any kind of relationship, boundaries are very important. It's needed to, I believe, create even some form of a balance. So there's a nice dance with having boundaries.
So when did you learn my boundaries? Like, as I began to go into preteen years, teenage years, and young adult life, like, when were you, like, self-establishing unspoken boundaries? Like, maybe I shouldn't do this anymore.
I believe that...
like, when did it start? Like, what's the earliest memory you can have where you question yourself or you told yourself, oh, let me refrain from this, or let me not watch that so closely, or be...
Well, I know that I wanted, because I did kind of keep you close. I didn't want to keep you so close that you would never want to share nothing with me, because of you being the kind of child that I've always had somewhat of an open door policy. Because I've always said, guys, that I'd rather know than not know and then have egg on my face later. So knowing that I had that, I kind of always trust, because I believe we were close enough to where I didn't think you would not tell me everything, but that something that was detrimental, you would let me know. It's more so of me believing at a certain age, you should be allowed a certain level of privacy, even though as a parent, if you believe something is not safe, I don't care who you are. If we're under the same roof, parents do have a right. I'm just going to say that. You do. So I don't know if it's a certain age, but as I felt you were maturing.
But what were they? Do you remember what any of those things were?
I don't recall like trying to find a diary. I don't recall like sneaking in your room where I felt that I had that need. I think I really kind of just trusted you.
We never did like the no lock the doors or...
No, because you kind of knew I could be nutty, but yet I still gave you liberty.
Or don't have company in the...
No, you know I didn't want guys in your room, because she kind of, you know, had a thing for older guys. So... No, I think that you knew that we not closing no door with no guy in no room, not that I know about it. So some things I just did. We didn't have a talk about it. I mean, do you recall something else that I just don't remember?
No, I'm just curious. Like, when in your mind were you kind of like stopping yourself, like just refraining from being involved, or at least vocally? Like, oh, I may be watching, but I won't say anything, but I'm still watching.
I think you just kind of, it was like that kind of unsaid thing, because of how you were raised. You were pretty respectful to me. So it was never where, oh, I got to watch her. I think you kind of respected me, that if you was, you know, of course, the typical kid that may have felt, oh, I got to kind of sneak and do this, even though mommy thinks I'm whatever, you were still respectful. So it's never where I got to have this, now you already know, you better not X, Y, Z. It was unspoken. Certain things with us was unspoken.
What about, was Granny like that with you?
Oh, your grandmother was so much like, I don't want to say
strict. No,
she was a hustler, and she was so busy going and trying to make ends meet with, because I do have 4 other siblings. She was so busy trying to do, you know, get her grind on. Mm-hmm. And me being the second oldest, even after your aunt left, after she got married and moved away, I was certain responsibilities that was on us. So I didn't really have time to do certain things, even though I did have you young. But I was still kind of like a big sister / mother, because it's 3 siblings up underneath me. What you thinking? What's your thought?
I don't know. When was it that you were like, okay, it's time for her to take responsibility for her own actions?
I've always talked to you though, and I believe that's just a part of how we operated. I never put a age on stuff, because me having you young, we kind of grew together. So I didn't have the liberty, because of the choices that I did make. I didn't have the liberty to say, okay, now it's time to have that talk with Shania. No, because I got involved with certain things early. You kind of grew with me, so we were learning together. That's why she's my little sunshine.
Well, okay. All right.
I was very protective. Like you recall, besides somebody that I might have been serious with, like you never saw anybody that I might have been dating. I didn't date a lot of people in your childhood.
How many people did you date?
See, we're talking about boundaries. Now she's like crossing boundaries. Between
like
serious, between the time of you and your brother, they're 6 years apart. Maybe 2 people. Maybe 2. It wasn't a lot, because it was me, you. It was me and you. It was me and you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you had to be able to do certain things. Otherwise, it was work, church, home. That was it. That was
definitely church.
What's else in there? I see you got a long list over there. What's that?
No, I mean, we kind of talked through it. We kind of talked through most of it. The only other thing, I mean, I really didn't have, I put curfews on here, but I didn't really have curfews. It was mostly, where you going? How long that's going to take kind of thing. But it wasn't like I had to be home at this time. Because it was all opinionated, like just based off what time you leave home and what you're going to do. So if I'm leaving home at 2 and I might be gone for several hours, then it was like, you know, more serious than, okay, I'm not even leaving home till 6.
Yeah.
And I know you're going to do X, Y, Z. This stuff don't stay open, but so long. So it wasn't like every day I had to be home at a certain time. She just wanted to know who I was with, where we were going. And then normally who I was with had to be one of my friends whose parents you knew. So she did know their parents.
I knew the parents. I'm
trying to think, was there anybody who like you didn't meet their parents? Well, I guess some of my girlfriends, like you did eventually, but it wasn't like right away.
And it goes back to me with boundaries is even with trust. I actually did trust her judgment. I trusted her a lot. And I think that kind of even helps us now. Very mature, very responsible, which I think helps our relationship right now. I didn't have a choice. I grew up fast, and having Shania right out of high school, she kind of grew with me. So she was just like a little bitty lady. She was a little bitty lady, and everybody loved her. She's actually the oldest of all of my mom's grandchildren. So, and she's doing a wonderful job, amazing job. I mean, but that's that hashtag proud mommy. Jeez.
Okay, I think that's it for boundaries. I can't think of anything. Did I leave something out? Can you think of
No,
anything?
do you feel that I might have overstepped something that you can recall? Do you feel at any point is something, or you think we pretty much were pretty cool?
We were pretty cool. I mean, I can remember. Well, I remember like one of the last things I got in trouble for. Maybe like the second to last. But I was still so young. It was such a long time ago. And then one time after that, I remember being in trouble, but I don't even remember what I did when that happened. Do you remember? You know what I'm talking about?
No, do tell.
This is like back still in high school at the house.
Oh, okay.
So I remember, one thing I remember was I had to learn a hard lesson about gossip. And you remember, you know what I'm talking about? And somebody, I don't even know. I went to get my nails done.
It's a case of hearing adults talk and
going back and telling people,
understanding the importance when it's an actual private conversation and kids are in the room, and they need to understand, of course, when adults are talking, and that doesn't give you the right, because you're privileged to be in the room to share that information. And that was something that we did have to deal with. But beyond that, it kind of was squashed from there, and we understood that. And it's not even the case of what happened in this house, stay in this house. It wasn't even that type of thing. It's just more or less that it was a conversation, and a child wasn't supposed to be a part of that conversation. They were listening, and kids being kids, sharing some information that they heard other adults having a conversation about. So that's what it was. It was addressed, it was squashed, and it didn't happen anymore.
That was the last thing I got a whooping for. I got a whooping. I did. I remember. That was the last thing I got a whooping for. And then,
she didn't get many, so of course she would remember something like that.
Yeah, because I was devastated.
Oh my! Because she didn't get any.
And then I don't remember what I got in trouble for, but I remember you were chasing me in the house.
She was pretty fast.
And then I ran down the steps and you tried to throw a shoe at me, but I don't even remember what happened. I don't even remember what happened. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. You ran in the basement, right? She tried to hit that corner.
Like,
she tried to hit that corner in that basement.
Like,
Okay, I'm gonna get you. Yeah. But there wasn't many of those. There wasn't many of those. I don't remember what it was, but I do remember you hit that basement and was trying to go around that bin in that basement. Yeah, I'm gonna get you. I can't catch you, but something gonna meet you around that corner.
I don't remember
Yeah,
what it
yeah,
was.
yeah. But those were far and in between. Again, she was pretty cool. She was pretty cool. The stuff that we might have encountered through her childhood, I probably could count on. I could count right here, and they stop right here. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. Again, just always be open and honest with your kids. Sometimes we do try to protect them when they really need to know what's going on. Not that they need to know everything and all the A through Z, but it does help them to better understand why you guys sacrifice the way you sacrifice, the choices that you make, the decisions that you make. It helps them to even understand you better, and versus them trying to wonder what's the whole thought process. It actually, I think it helps. It helps, even like now, Shania's the perfect example again, as to not always sharing everything, but she knew enough to know if something was going on and the importance of it. Not that you want to weight your kids down with adult decisions, but some things they really do need to know. Because when some kids believe that everything is perfect, they grow up in this bubble and they're not, that's not real. Life do show up, life does happen. So again, why we're doing Mommy and Me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have some, I guess, unspoken boundaries now, living together.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just kind of unspoken stuff.
I mean, it's mutual respect. We're adults. You respect me as your mother. I respect you as an adult. And it's when everybody know where they stand, I don't have to stomp around like I'm your mama. I know who I am to you. And I know that you respect me, you love me, and the same for you. You work hard, you play hard, and I respect that. Long as, hey, I believe we all go up together. We can accomplish more together. I believe that. Because I'm still mommy. Hey, y'all.
All right, guys. That's all we have for you on today's episode of Mommy
and
Me.
Thank you, guys. If you have any more questions as it relates to boundaries, please, ma'am, please, sir, make sure you drop that question in the bottom or inbox Shania or me. We would love to hear and know more from you. Make sure you share this video with someone you know that need it. Yes, subscribe, hit the notification, hit that bell. We would love to hear from you, and so that you get the notifications as soon as we go live and as soon as we share this information. Again, make sure you follow us on Instagram at mommyandme87. mommyandme87. Again, subscribe and share with someone. Again, I am Shawana, which is Mommy, and this is Shania. That's who?
Me.
We will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.